Okay, good afternoon. Many times in our day-to-day life we perform tasks with technology and never give a second thought to how it works or what went into setting it up. Someone somewhere had to have installed or made that piece of technology that makes our life easier. How many times have you flipped on a light switch or pushed a button and a piece of machinery or a motor come on and do something for us? Have you ever wondered how they set that motor up or set up that piece of machinery? Today we'll go through a few steps of mounting and leveling an industrial motor. So step one is we're going to locate the necessary parts and tools needed. Already have set up for us an industrial 3rd horse motor, and I also have all the parts and tools that we're going to need. Hardware, tools, and other necessary tools. So step two, we're going to make sure that our mounting surface is clean, which I've already done, and in this case we're mounting it to a table that's already cleaned. Step three, we're going to choose the proper bolts and mounting surface. Like I said, we're going to be mounting to a metal table. You can also mount motors to concrete or even another piece of machinery. And I've already chosen the bolts. We're going to be using 1.5" 5/16 bolts, hex head bolts, 2 flat washers, a spring lock washer, and the proper nut. Once we have everything decided that we're going to use, we simply bolt the motor down to the surface. Take your washers and nut, apply, tighten it down, and in this case we would use a couple of 1/2" wrenches to cinch it down. After that we would check for what we call soft foot, and what soft foot is when one of the legs of the motor doesn't properly mount up. It might be a little bit high or at an angle or so on, and in this case this motor doesn't have any soft foot, so we'll continue on. Then we're going to use the rest of our tools to check and make sure that the motor is level. This is important because when you're coupling something to the motor, if it's unlevel, you have too much vibration and that can cause the parts to wear out or break quickly. So in this case I have a level, and you'll put the level on the shaft like so. And this one is just a little bit out of level. Alright, we'll use what we call a feeler gauge, alright, to place underneath the level to get it 100% accurate. Okay, in this case I'm using a 5/1000 feeler gauge, so I know that I need a 5/1000 shim to place under the back of it to make it level. And that just simply slides underneath the bolts like so. Then I can level again. It's perfect. Tighten everything down, and then you're ready to couple it with whatever the case may be, a gear or a pump or anything like that. In conclusion, we take for granted in life luxuries that we have by simply pushing a button or flipping a switch. When you do these things, however, someone at some point had a hand in setting up that piece of technology so that we could have an easier life. And now you had a little bit of understanding of what the steps required to set up a simple motor in an industrial environment. Thank you.